Hey, it's Jessica DaMassa and Matthew Holt, and we are here to answer all of your questions about what's happening in health and technology in just 2 minutes. Welcome to this episode of Health in 2.0. All right, Matthew, do you have your timer ready?
I do. We better do it today. The last 2 times, Jessica, I've done 2 questions. It's been pathetic. So we're going to do
let's burn through this, motor mouth.
burning. This is a burner.
I want to get screenshots of people saying they don't understand what you're saying. Ready, set, go. All right, we're going to start with Lantern Health closing its doors. What happened?
Bummer. A company that launched Health 2.0 2013. It's originally called Thrive On, doing mental health. Starting with college students, became a mental health platform. Problem is, raised too much money, spent it too quickly. Sully Alejandro, the CEO, was going to somewhat whisper about that online. $20 million gone, did not get to enough customers quickly enough. This stuff happens in startups, even well-funded ones. Sorry, there are plenty of other mental health platforms. It's still a huge problem. Somebody else will pick up the mantle.
Okay, what about GlaxoSmithKline throwing in $300 million to 23andMe? That's big news.
Wasn't that weird? That is like the whole press release is about the great partnership they're going to do now. They're going to develop drugs together, blah, blah. If you read down the line 74, it says, oh, and by the way, we're giving them $300 million. That must make them a mega unicorn. I don't know what price they got that at, but that might make them a mega unicorn. And wow, aren't they lucky they managed to survive the chasm of death between about 2009 and 2012, 13, when no one knew what was going on with that company. And which actually had a rather good funding source, so then husband Sergey Brin. But since then, with the deals with Genentech, now Glaxo and others, they are starting to really make use of that huge data set they've got. Although my DNA is in there somewhere, so who knows how valuable it really is.
All right, American Well, they closed it to like $280 million round, and now they've got $75 million more. What the hell is going on?
I got very confused about what this is all about. And Deval Patrick, ex-governor of Massachusetts, and others went on the board, and where the $75 million came from. I think the $75 million was raised to pay for a visa. That's all I can understand. If you understand American Well's cap table, send me a message, because I don't. Maybe the Schoenberg brothers can enlighten me, but they seem to be doing well. Plenty of people still want to give them money, so well on those guys.
All right, I heard you broke into Google Next yesterday, so tell me what the heck is going on there. There's some big news being, I don't know, released out of that, but what happened? What are the takeaways?
Well, there was a lot of stuff going on. There was a huge conference about the Google Cloud and Google Next and all the stuff. Oh, that's the M1. So
hey, we did 4 questions. Yeah.
We got to the 4th question, so we'll answer the 4th question. Ashima Gupta, who's running the solution set for Google Cloud and Health, invited me along to the panel. Of course, I hadn't bothered actually filling in my form, getting the ticket. I show up, and they say it's full. But between Ashima and Rasu Shrestha, who was on the panel, and Julie Wilner and a whole bunch of other people from Google, I got smuggled in there to a bunch of other places. Now, great fun. They had some really good sessions with some interesting people like Toby Crossgrove, Tim Clinic, who is now an advisor to Google. Anyway, Greg Moore, who's the relatively new head of Google Health, blah, blah, blah. They're doing great stuff. They really, within the Google part of the world, are focusing on that whole API layer. They're starting, I think, it's a bit unclear, to come after at least some of the things that those folks like Sensora and Redox and others are doing. I'm not entirely sure. They had a cool de-identification program, which looked a bit like one I saw at HIMSS from my friends at Metal. So I don't know if they're coming after some of those smaller tech companies or like Microsoft was doing in the 90s, or whether they're really going to provide that. But they had folks from Cerner and elsewhere on the panel talking about how they're going to lodge EMRs in the cloud, and we'll be talking more about that at Health 2.0. The one other thing is there's a big announcement which I missed because I wasn't there in the morning regarding the NIH.
Big surprise.
I was close to being there regarding the NIH and putting more stuff, more life science type data in the cloud. I mean, that will be a big place for them to go. But Google is certainly involved in healthcare, and this does not count all the other alphabet stuff, like the Onduo stuff with Sanofi around diabetes and whatever the hell Verily is doing and all its different incarnations. And when I pushed them about that, they said, well, we do the API stuff, and if they want to change the world, that will be in the other big bets in the moonshot side, not us. But a big player getting there, and they probably noticed that some of those other small, teeny companies like the book company and the fruit company, they're getting into healthcare too. And, we're going to see more of this over time. Everyone in healthcare should pay attention.
Great. Well, we're glad that you got smuggled in. Your Gmail is probably going to be shut down. This whole Health in 2.0 YouTube channel, there it goes. Poor me. I'm just an innocent bystander in all this. I get smuggled in.
Somehow you got shot. Stop.
Story of my life this week, people. Story of my life. Well, if you have any questions for Matthew, please feel free to tweet them to me, because that's so far you haven't gotten kicked off of Twitter. You can tweet them to me at DaMassa, or you can tweet them to Matthew at FoltyBoy. And also, please just subscribe to our YouTube channel before it gets we're looking for lucky number subscriber 25 or whatever it is. So please go on there and subscribe so that you get alerted every time a new episode is posted. Just search Health in 2.0 on YouTube. I'm Jessica DaMassa, and that's Matthew Holt. Thanks for joining us for this episode of Health in 2.0.